There's a relative sense of calm here in Marrakesh, although residents do have that nagging thought in the back of their minds that there could be some sort of an aftershock after such a huge earthquake has struck their country. Meanwhile, in some remote villages in the high Atlas Mountains, there is a little bit of relief arriving with search and rescue teams on the ground, and also food and water and tents being handed to some of the survivors, although there are also communities high up in the mountains who have not yet had any help whatsoever. They are still waiting for search and rescue teams and relief efforts to reach their very isolated communities. There is also assistance arriving from all over the world. There are teams from the United Kingdom and Spain and Qatar arriving to search through the rubble, although clearly every hour, every minute that ticks by, there is also a sense that they are losing a little bit of hope each time of finding a survivor trapped under the rubble. Meanwhile, the government here in Morocco is facing accusations from some quarters that it's not accepted enough offers of assistance that have come flooding in from all over the world, although supporters of the government are saying that they are simply being very careful in choosing which partners they are deciding to work with. There's also been an appeal from the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. They're asking for more than $110 million to avoid what they describe as a second wave of disaster. So that is a picture that they see could be developing, where these isolated communities, once those search and rescue teams have given up hope and once they've packed up their gear, that these communities who've been hit so hard by this earthquake could potentially be left without basic services, without electricity, without water and food as they head into the winter. And so now, as we move into the secondary phase of the response, there is that appeal for money and aid to be sent to Morocco to avoid that secondary wave of disaster. Giles Gibson for CGTN in Marrakesh, Morocco.